So in less than one Bitcoin, you can actually gain a citizenship, and crypto investors are going to go absolutely berserk listening to the advantages that this citizenship has to offer. So far, we've heard the marketing gimmicks of El Salvador citizenship, right? The Nayib Bukele, a nice president, he created a storm by announcing 3 Bitcoins and you get the El Salvador passport. None of that materialized, and instead they launched a citizenship program, half murky. The only thing that we know is that it's a $1 million passport. Most people are looking for tax advantages when they're getting such kind of citizenship, and $1 million is going to offset any tax advantages. Today, in this one, I'm going to discuss a citizenship that's cheaper than 1 Bitcoin, and it has some crazy, interesting facts that are going to drive you crazy about this passport. Now, this also happens to be one of the fastest possible passports on earth. No CBI, no citizenship by exception can beat this program. But before I get into the specifics and the framework, I would like to talk a little bit about the advantages, and that's really to do with recognizing cryptocurrency, right? Some countries recognize cryptocurrency. The problem is they recognize it too much, and other countries don't know what cryptocurrency is. They don't have the framework or the mechanism to deal with cryptocurrency. So let's focus a little on the tax laws. And while I'm discussing or sharing this information, this is purely research based, right? My own personal research. This is not tax advice. If you're looking to make any tax related changes, always consult a tax professional, or you can reach us and we can hook you up with our tax professional. You can click the link, book a call. We can discuss, maybe get you the citizenship and also clarify any doubts based on what they are. So let's focus on this for a second. There is no specific information in the current tax legislation addressing the taxation of cryptocurrencies. And I'm talking about this particular country. The country's tax system, which includes income tax, VAT, and other levies, does not explicitly mention cryptocurrencies or digital assets. Now, some countries, especially in that region, do not have specified cryptocurrency related tax laws. They're typically considered to be like assets. Okay, it's like a car, right? You have a Bitcoin, you have a car, maybe it's the same deal. When you sell that Bitcoin, when you generate some cash, if you've made income, then you go and pay taxes. Now, the big question is this territorial or is this worldwide? Well, again, this is a super interesting topic. I would highly advise you to look up this country, right? I'm going to give you some hints where you may be able to decode, or at least you'll narrow it down to a few options where you'll have a very big surprise when you try to decode whether it's territorial or worldwide. And if it works like a territorial, just think about the opportunity that you can create by investing such a small amount in this type of a passport. Now let's get back to the core discussion. There are 4 things that will blow your mind apart. The first thing is the price, less than a Bitcoin. Second thing is that it does not define, or it does not have any specific crypto related laws, right? Crazy, right? Third, you get a ECOWAS access. So you have your 13 African countries in your pocket. This pretty much works like a Mercosur or like a Schengen access, where you have a card, you can freely travel between different countries, set shop, set base, maybe strike a residency, and utilize the crypto laws or lack thereof. So there are 13 countries where you can do this. You have direct access. You're paying for one, but you're literally getting access to that entire neighborhood. And that's a nice neighborhood. You want Africa in your back pocket. It's useful when shit hits the fan. Now let's get back to the third advantage. This is the fastest citizenship on earth. This is not a CBI. This is through exception. And obviously you need a selection or a recommendation. And we are prioritizing our clients for this program. Unfortunately, you cannot directly disclose the name of this country, but you can pretty much narrow it down to a few choices. It's one of those countries, right? The fourth advantage is the CPLP, which is the Portuguese speaking advantage. So you do have some extraordinary, beautiful advantage in Portugal, right? Look that up in the Portuguese constitution. What happens when you come from a CPLP nationality? Do you need to be born in a CPLP nationality, or you could be naturalized in a CPLP nationality and still utilize that citizenship or that passport in Portugal to waive the language requirements? So I would highly recommend you go and you check Portugal's constitution and figure that out for yourself, right? Because none of this is legal advice. The other big option is that you instantly can target the BRICS and the Mercosur nationalities, right? You can strike a Viper in Brazil and take a look at the Brazilian constitution as well. Take a look at the 1 year fast track qualification for CPLP nationals, and also take a look at the double advantage, which is waiving the Portuguese language requirement there as well. The fifth major advantage here is in the package. You get 5 things, and those things are your passport, the constitutional provision that authorizes this kind of an exceptional citizenship. You get the ECOWAS ID card. Now, normally as a citizen of the country, if you go and apply for that ID card, it could take several months. We include that in the package as a VIP service. You also get the police certification, the lengthy version, all stamped. So if you want to acquire other citizenships, you have everything in this package that you would need. You also get the beautiful naturalization certificate. This authorizes your passport, right? Anyone can get a cheap passport from outside. If that's fraud, you're going to get busted. It's going to be taken away. There's also jail time associated with that kind of crap. Always get your citizenship legally. If you're obtaining a passport, you want a naturalization certificate directly issued by the government, you get that in this package. And last and the most important thing, this is a limited time opportunity, so make sure you're subscribed to this channel so you don't miss out on any notifications related to this program. And if this is a no-brainer to you, then waiting is the worst thing you could do. You can always reach us if you're really interested. We can get you started before this closes. There's a reason why there's a chance this might close, so you can always reach us and we can get you started. And if you haven't seen this next video, definitely go and check this one out. There's some very interesting advantages of this option. All right, catch you in this one.